Well, my favorite sort of, I don't know, Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer. Oh boy, Cuck Schumer. I mean, Chuck Schumer. I mean, Cuck Schumer. Has to talk with the Baileys. The Baileys don't like the deal with Iran that Trump is trying to make, even though he was the one who got rid of the initial Iran deal just because I don't like the fact that Obama did it. But whatever. I guess we can thank like Trump's current like autistic fixation for as to why there's like I don't know, no war with Iran at the moment. What can you do? But what do we got here from Cuck Schumer? I mean Chuck Schumer. If Taco Trump is already folding on Iran, the American people need to know about it. Okay, time out, time out, time out. I'm a little confused about something. How is Trump always chickening out in terms of like trying to have a deal with Iran? Like, let's think about this for like literally 3 seconds, okay? How is he trying to chicken out when like he hasn't even really done anything in order to try to negotiate with the Iranians? Trump has like established some form of a red line, and that is for Iran under absolutely no circumstances to get a nuke. Now, I've said this before, but the reason why they're going to be getting closer and closer than ever to a nuke is because of a lot of the actions that the Israelis are doing. And because, let's be honest here, that's what this is all truly about for people like Chuck Schumer. It's all about just complete deference to the state of Israel. That's what this is all, honestly, what this is really all about. You have to sacrifice everything possible on the line for Israel. Everything must be given to Israel. It's all about Israel. We love Israel, don't we, folks? So, So what? We're doing the whole like stupid Taco Trump shit when it comes to folding to Iran. Like, as far as I can tell, the negotiations haven't even really like gone anywhere yet. Like, have they even started with the negotiations? They've done some stuff. I know that like recently, like Iran has gone to like 70% enriched uranium. What? Iran enriched uranium? U.S. proposal in Iran nuclear talks allows some enrichment of uranium. Maybe that's what he's talking about. U.S. nuclear deal offer allows Iran to enrich uranium. I guess for probably civilian purposes, right? And I guess this is why Cuck Schumer, I mean Chuck Schumer, is talking about this. Sixth round of nuclear talks is expected to be scheduled. Of course, the Iran nuclear deal was doing just fine. Out of the 11 fucking inspections done by the IAEA, the International Atomic Energy Agency, or the International Atomic Energy Agency, Iran passed every single time and was just using their nuclear stockpiles for civilian purposes, for nuclear power mostly, and other civilian purposes. I don't know what other civilian purposes nuclear really has. I'm not sure besides power. I think that's about it, right? And now they're like reaching more enrichment, right? Concerned over uranium. I think this is it, right? They're at 60% enrichment. Now for weapons grade uranium, I think you need it to be 90%. So the IAEA is now saying that they're at 60% enrichment. A near 50% increase in 3 months. Hey guys, remember when we were like when there was like a deal in place to make sure that this would not fucking happen? Well, Boy Meets Mini, was Chuck Schumer in favor of the JCPOA? I don't remember. Because we all know why fucking this dumbass is talking about this stuff. In terms of like Trump folding allegedly on Iran, even though he was the one who had pursued the more aggressive policy against Iran, and he was also the one who basically made it such that war with Iran was more likely at the behest of Israel, who are the only ones who want war with Iran, something that they want to drag the U.S. into because, the America has like a suicide death pact with Israel. Well, it's all about that shit. Let's be fucking honest here. So, yeah, did Chuck Schumer support the Iran nuclear deal? Did Chuck Schumer support the Iran nuclear deal. Did he? My position. Call upon a momentous vote. Stakes high in both the issues. Over the years, I've learned the best way to treat such decisions is to study the issue carefully. Hear the full unfiltered explanation of those. Sure. Spent the last... When was this released? 2015. Okay. Advocates of both sides have made strong case for their point of view. Yeah, sure. Evaluating the agreement a difficult, deliberate endeavor, and after deep study, careful thought, and considering soul-searching, I have decided I must oppose the agreement and will vote yes on a motion of disapproval. Well, that answers that question. Yeah, he did not agree of the Iran nuclear deal. Well, listen, Chuck Schumer just wants a suicide pact with Israel, just like how he just wants to honor the suicide pact. That's all that it is. But let's see, what do we got here? Like, no side deals? The fuck does that mean? They're trying to get a deal because, like, I don't know, of Trump's autistic fixations. But whatever. Democratic leadership being dog shit as always. That's cool.
When it comes to negotiating with the terrorist government of Iran, Trump's all over the lot.
Okay, timeout. Why is... Just why do you think Iran has become a sort of Islamic extremist, sort of like fundamentalist sort of government? You know, it's just some food for thought here. Could it have possibly have been due to some of the actions from like, the British patrol, from like BP, the Saudi Aramco, stuff that happened during the 70s, in particular with the Shah and the Islamic Revolution? I don't know. And then, like, all the communists ended up being the ones who got killed by the Islamists. I don't know. And that's why it's become, like, a supposed terror state. Nice meme.
One day he sounds tough, the next day he's backing off. And now, all of a sudden, we find out that Witkoff and Rubio are negotiating a secret side deal with Iran. What kind of bull is this?
Okay, what's, like, the secret side deal, right? They're just saying... Basically, the position is, like... Hey, you can have some, like, enriched uranium or something. And because initially, the position that Trump had was no enriched uranium, not even for civilian purposes, and that then they can now have some enriched uranium. Is that it, right? But again, gotta honor the suicide pact with Cuck Schumer here.
They're going to sound tough in public and then have a side deal that lets Iran get away with everything? That's outrageous. We need to make that side...
Yeah, again, like, what does this mean? It's a weak nothing burger of a deal. Can I get some, like, details? Because so far it seems like all that's basically going on is, like, saying, hey, have 0 enriched uranium, not even for civilian purposes. Because you can maybe, like, use it for a nuclear weapon. And now all of a sudden they're saying, like, actually, no, that's fine. Right? Is that like that's all that's going on? Like, what's, like, the details?
Deal public. Any side deal should be before Congress and, most importantly, the American people.
Okay.
If Taco Trump is already folding, the American public should know about it. No side deals.
I don't understand how this is Trump chickening out in particular. To say that Trump is fucking chickening out, I don't even think there's any lifting of sanctions. So then what the fuck is the point of this deal? Like, no sanctions are being lifted? The JCPOA lifted fucking sanctions. But again, we all know what Cuck Schumer's position here is. He's okay with letting people die at the behest of fucking Israel. Cuck to Israel. Well, I mean, it's either that or Wall Street. But that's just like Cuck Schumer in general. So that's cool. Like, I don't know. Like, what else is really supposed to be said here besides, like, this dude just wants you to die at the hands of, at the behest of Israel, who wants to have a war with fucking Iran. Because that's all that it is, right? Like, we all know this motherfucker disapproved of the JCPOA. And the JCPOA was probably one of the best things that ended up working in the favor of the Obama administration. This motherfucker was against it. But then again, this is the dude who, when it comes to going along with anything that Israel says, this motherfucker will go along with anything that Israel says. And I still don't understand, like, what's even, like, in this deal, besides, like, Iran talks with U.S. Iran demands sanctions relief guaranteed in nuclear talks. Okay, sure. They're going to reject the U.S. proposal. I wonder why, because they're not getting any fucking sanctions relief. I guess they're also doing this at the behest of the Saudis as well. Because for the Saudis, all they care about is becoming the new regional hegemon. But I mean, that position is more or less has been pretty secured for them after, well, the Iranians losing the Bashar al-Assad regime within Syria. That's more or less guaranteed for them that they're probably going to be the new sort of like regional hegemon within the Middle East. So I don't think it's really a problem. So now they're allowing some enrichment of uranium, but they're also like not providing any sanctions relief. So far, this is basically like just a complete fucking nothing burger of a deal. So like, what's good old Cucky boy over here complaining about? Oh, it should be fairly obvious. He just wants people to die for Israel. That's it. That's all. He just wants like people to be like, we love Israel, folks, don't we? Israel is our favorite country. It's so very good. We have to do everything at the behest of the Israelis or something. Like, that's the only sense that I'm getting from here, from what Cuck Schumer here is ultimately okay with. But, as expected, from the worthlessness of Democratic leadership, they believe in nothing except for one thing: $20 more trillion to Israel, and are just completely willing to, I don't know, inflame and engulf and, I don't know, potentially have like nuclear war in the fucking Middle East because of, I don't know, the actions of a particular fucking rogue state within it. So that's cool. That's great. That Chuck Schumer is basically saying like, at a time and a day when more in like a solid majority of Democrats say like, yeah, we should stop supporting Israel. You know what Chuck Schumer has to say about that? Actually, we should support Israel even more. Because again, the reason why I'm talking about Israel so much here is because who are the guys who don't want the Iranians to not have any sort of like nuclear stockpile or any form of enrichment program at all? It's the Israelis. Those are the only guys who want this at all. When, like, again, the JCPOA was already perfectly in place and in line and doing what it was designed to do. Probably one of the best pieces of legislation that Obama came up with. And this motherfucker hated that shit. Because, again, bro only cares about one thing and one thing only. And that's, like, whatever Israel wants, I guess. So, that's cool. That's great. Fantastic. Very, very cool. But, as expected, from Democratic leadership, I would have expected absolutely nothing less from motherfuckers like Chuck Schumer.